everybody. Welcome to This Week in Mobile. I'm your host, Ashley Esqueda, and as always, my trusty sidekick and co-host, Mike Hobbs.
Hi, Ashley.
How are you?
Good. I liked how you were kind of nonchalantly looking at your phone there.
And it was
You kind of looked up. That was
oh,
good.
hello, everyone.
Yeah, very
As
natural.
if I wasn't aware that we were filming.
Very off the cuff.
So, this was a really, really big news week.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happening. A lot of crazy stuff.
I agree.
Bursting at the seams.
That's what I would say.
So we're going to go ahead and try to get through the news as best we can, everybody. But before we do that, I want to take a second and say thank you to some people. AndroidSwag.com sent me this. They sent me a care package, but most of all, I love the best is my fancy "May the Source Be With You" Android shirt. Super awesome.
A lot of geek cred with that.
A lot of geek cred. I love it. And then also another favorite, one of our vigilant, wonderful users and viewers of This Weekend, Ed, sent me. You didn't get any Android shoes.
No.
Sent me these fancy Keds, custom Keds, so awesome.
Aren't those
Android
great?
on the back, little Android on the tongue there. I'm like scared to wear them out because I don't want them to, like.
Yeah, but they should be used. But I know what you mean.
They should be used,
need
but
to be
oh, look at
used.
how pretty they are, and they have that new shoe smell.
Yeah, but I think they'll look even better with some scuffs.
Maybe, okay, I
That's-
think you're right.
That's great colors. Looks great. I am.
Yeah, but they're so rad. I love them.
You can get them professionally cleaned after.
Okay, maybe you're right.
They look.
But yeah, so Ed, thank you so much. And this is Zazzle. You can get a pair like this at Zazzle.com. Really neat.
Maybe somebody will make me some Apple shoes.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Probably not.
Maybe some nice lady will make you a pair.
Maybe.
Some nice fan.
I'll accept them.
So we're going to talk about a few things in the news, but we're going to have Epic Win, Epic Fail, as we always do. We're going to have a new segment, Mike's Game of the Week.
Yeah.
Which will be Mike's Game of the Week until Android really sort of gets a little momentum going in the gaming front. I mean, I know it's not as good as it could be.
Well, that might be coming.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
talking
I
about
think
that.
so. I think so. And then if you want to take part in the conversation, we're in Ustream, in the chat room, ustream.tv/thisweekend. You can go check it out. Join the chat room. Talk to us. We can give you a shout out during the show. If you say something especially funny, I might even laugh.
Yeah, and say it out loud. Oh, and you forgot app time. We have app time this week.
Oh, and
too.
we do have app time. Yeah, we got a couple of our favorite apps.
Things we like.
So really neat stuff. So let's start the show like we always do. Heaping, helping, and news. So this was kind of a breaking news story. Oracle has sued Google over Android,
Yes.
saying that it's basically IP, copyright infringement, intellectual property, basically theft, that this is unacceptable. They want them to stop making Android or pay them large sums of money.
Right.
I don't know, 2 years to build a case seems a little suspect to me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when they just say, hey, like, that's our stuff,
Like,
right? When
right, or
Android,
even
when the
before-
G1 was released.
Or before it
just
even
seems
came out, really.
silly.
I mean, they were well aware
Yeah.
that they were using Java in this way.
It
So
just
yeah,
seems
who knows
crazy.
what would take too long, or what would take 2 years
Yeah, I
for
don't
them
know.
to figure out to go forward.
Well, you were saying, like, what Google, like, obviously Google feels about this is...
Google is not mincing any words, and they released a statement today saying basically that they were disappointed that Oracle has chosen to attack Google and the open source Java community with this baseless lawsuit, they call it.
Yeah. Really interesting to see that analysts are calling this basically Goliath versus Goliath.
two giants
you're
colliding.
looking at two of the biggest tech corporations in Silicon Valley.
It's like, yeah, Titans are
button
clashing.
heads. This is a big deal.
Titans are clashing.
But other than that, I mean, basically, I think that this is just something we're going to have to keep an eye on, just like all the other patent lawsuits and all the other infringement lawsuits that we've been seeing.
I mean, this is the way companies try to keep each other in check, I guess, and to give their lawyers something to do. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
this thing must be so complicated on the inside.
Yeah.
But hopefully it won't mean much to the end user.
I hope not.
In the
I
near
don't
term,
think it
I'm
will.
sure it won't.
I'm sure money will exchange hands at some point.
They'll have to pay them a licensing fee for some aspect of Java that they
if
don't
in
like.
fact they're found in infringement, and I'm
indeed.
sure it'll be this big drawn-out legal battle. So the more we hear about it, the more you guys will hear about it. But for now, I think that's really all we can say.
It's something is happening.
Yeah.
And we'll keep an eye on it.
Something is happening, yes, and we are keeping an eye on it.
Following it.
Just want to let you know you can trust us to keep an eye
So
on
you don't
it.
have to, we'll follow it for you.
Yeah.
So
So you don't have to
relieve yourselves of that story.
Don't even bother reading about it. No,
happens,
please
we'll
continue to read about it because we like to actually hear from you. So about all of our news stories, we like to have conversations with you guys.
I like to tell people.
Speaking of Google,
yeah,
they announced voice actions.
Oh yeah,
they had a couple things. They had a press conference yesterday. Google announced voice actions, and they're awesome.
Yeah, this is a pretty impressive feature, I have to admit.
Yeah, so they had a press conference yesterday, and they did not disappoint. Some people were hoping for an announcement on gingerbread. I don't really foresee that for another maybe month or two. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking almost Christmas time.
2.2 is just coming out for some of those people.
And so they officially launched Chrome to Phone, which is really amazing. And I'm sure we'll do that in a Show Us Your Tips segment maybe in the next couple weeks. So I want to show people how to do that.
That seems good.
But if you have 2.2, if you have Froyo, you can now use voice actions, which basically expands your voice capability in huge ways. I mean, it's really amazing. So you can do, some of the commands you can use are like send text to, listen to, call business, call contact. We actually have a video, an official Google video, so let's check that out.
And here's one of my personal favorites. Set alarm for 8:30 a.m. Now I'm all set for tomorrow morning. And that's not all the voice actions. There are a bunch more. Check it out. Go to the New York Times. Map of art galleries in Amsterdam. Directions to 826 Valencia Street in San Francisco. Note to self, pick up some chicken teriyaki for dinner. Call Nicholas Jitkoff at home.
So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how it works. Right now, just so everyone knows, the actual set alarm function does not work because the Android clock has not been updated.
That's one of my
to work
favorites.
with. Yeah, it hasn't been updated yet to work with voice actions.
Yep.
But this is really neat. So we're in Santa Monica, our studio, and so I can then, sorry everybody about the glare, I can long press the search button, go to cafes in Santa Monica. And so you'll see that's a website one, so it'll show me all local results for cafes. My screen's totally blown out. Sorry, everybody. I have the brightness turned all the way up.
Can you zoom in a bit?
Yeah, I can.
Can you pinch to zoom?
I can pinch. No, this is the Maps app. So you can look at all the different things, and then also you can do things like this. So let's do one more. I really like this one. Note to self: Mike loves Apple.
This would be interesting. Will this work? This can't work. It's going to think I want to eat an apple.
So there it is right there, and you can see it'll say note to self up there on the top. It's a little bit blown out, but it's got my email address there, message to myself, send, cancel. I can actually say if I wanted to do something along the lines of saying text or send email to Michael Hobbs, and then I could say a message like, see you in 10 minutes, I'm running late. It would send that message to you, which is pretty amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So, you have voice stuff on your iPhone. What do you have?
We've had voice control for a long time, and it doesn't do much. And I almost never use it. I mean, you can do it to call voice or call people.
You should tell it that I love Android and see what it does.
I could try that.
Note to self. You should try note to self.
I can try that, but I'm going to say that's not going to do anything. It's going to try to call some weird number or something. So, I mean, what I can do is, like I said, I can control the iPod functions: skip, shuffle, play. What's playing, which I like to use when it's in my pocket. I say, hey, what's playing? The thing tells me. And then call such and such, but I can't do anything like set an alarm or navigate to, or what is the other cool stuff you can do? Or
I really like the the send email to and the send text to.
I can't compose. Yes, I can't open up applications or start a message, which I think that's kind of cool. I mean, in practical use, who knows? But it would be fun. I wish I had it.
I wonder if right now, Steve Jobs is sitting there thinking to himself, I wish I could do a note to self.
No.
He's trying to do note to self. We need voice actions on the iPhone.
No, you know what I always think in situations like this? He's just he can't sleep at night because there's something that they're working on that's 10 times cooler, and he just has to sit on it until the press conference.
Or he can't sleep at night because it's eating him alive that there's something
No, it's eating him alive that there's
Google.
something so much cooler that he just can't wait to tell his users about, and he's just dying to tell us. So
yeah, we'll see
what that is.
We'll see. We'll be the judge of that.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right, but yeah, so it's a really cool thing. I really think that ultimately, I mean, especially some of the stuff that Google has happening, coming up with Gingerbread, I really think that there's going to be some really amazing things happening with Android in terms of voice actions.
And the
all
things that are
stuff.
built into the OS.
Yeah, like
Pretty
if you
good.
have one of the really cool things that I really liked is yours works with the music you have on your phone.
Yes.
Mine, on an Android phone with voice actions, you can say, listen to Justin Bieber. I'm thinking of this because Lon mentioned this earlier. He's like, can you walk over and say this? And so you say, listen to Justin Bieber, and it'll tell you, like, okay, like, and it'll pull up a Pandora.
Because I'm surprised you don't
and make
have
a station
if
for
you
that.
don't have Justin Bieber on your phone, it'll know that and then go out and find it from Pandora or something.
Exactly.
Else, which is
Leave
pretty...
it to Bieber. Thank you, Lon. Thank you. So, all right, let's move on from that. You have an interesting thing about AT&T exclusivity. We hear rumors about the freaking iPhone going to other carriers
and
like every other day.
Get to those rumors later, but in this AT&T earnings report, most recent one that came out, there's a couple of little lines in there that they mentioned that seems to imply that it might be ending. The iPhone exclusivity might be ending. They talked about...
but isn't it supposed to end in 2012?
Isn't that 5
thing?
years, but that's like too far away. That's too long. And what I think is... So I think they did have a 5-year deal with AT&T, but I think that Apple renegotiated that at some point with AT&T. And it's going to end sooner because they can't be stuck with AT&T. They're losing too much to Android. It's getting too... I mean, they can't grow anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and they said, I mean, they had like basically this statement that was saying like they were sort of preparing their shareholders.
Their investors saying that we don't need to rely on one handset.
Yeah, like please.
Don't worry about exclusive.
It's coming to an end. Sorry, everyone. Like that's basically what they were saying.
Yeah.
On the other side of the fence, Verizon, Boy Genius Report actually got a hold of, supposedly, allegedly, a Verizon wireless roadmap. And so basically they get this exclusive look at a roadmap for Verizon for the next couple of years. And a couple of the highlights included a huge Android push.
Yeah.
Which is amazing and good, and I think that Verizon is really happy with how Android's done.
Yeah, great success
on their carrier, and apparently there's supposed to be a Droid Pro coming out later this year.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And not one but two tablets, one from Samsung, one from Motorola. LTE rollout is also going according to plan. However, they say a lot of people are saying, "Oh, there's no mention of the iPhone there. There's no mention of the iPhone," but there was also no mention of the BlackBerry either. And I don't think Verizon is going to be like, well, we're just not going to go with that BlackBerry thing because it still holds a huge market share.
Well, yeah, but I think they wouldn't say the iPhone anyway, even if they knew it.
That's true. There would
Steve
never
is
be
like,
in a
no one
roadmap.
is announcing this except me.
That's true.
I'm sure.
They would never be in a roadmap.
No.
But
I mean, it seems to imply that there's not room for the iPhone. Maybe they've got so many plans. It seems so dense. Would they really have room
possible,
for it? But I'm sure that.
But
they
that
can
would
make,
be
I'm
really
sure they
foolish.
could make room.
I don't think any carrier
for a Verizon
to turn down the iPhone. I think it would be really foolish of them.
Although they're doing well, but
yeah,
I don't think that they would.
So I want to talk about this just a little bit. RIM. Last week they were talking about shutting off BlackBerry services in Saudi Arabia, and the UAE.
Yeah.
They were talking about how this is a security threat, and basically people, are using BlackBerries to make encrypted information available to each other, things like that. Yeah, we can't keep track of them. So apparently this game of chicken, and RIM last week was saying, well, if you can't monitor the internet, just shut it off. Yeah. Like they were just very much, we don't care.
Right.
And so Saudi Arabia said, okay. So they shut off BlackBerry services for about 4 hours last week, I think during the show.
Right.
Or right before the show, and then
the world stopped turning over
there. The world stopped turning for
BlackBerry
RIM.
people.
And for BlackBerry people in Saudi Arabia, it was not good.
Which is a lot of people.
Yeah, and so Saudi Arabia not blinking, RIM freaked out, obviously, and said, okay, fine, we cave. And supposedly they are either setting up a local server in Kuwait, I think, with the ability to monitor BlackBerry traffic, and they're also supposedly providing codes enabling Saudi government to monitor activity via BlackBerry services, which I don't know. This seems like it's going to have global ramifications. Like other countries are going to be like, well, hey, what about us? Like we want those codes too because it's a security threat here.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
So I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That's why they didn't want to go there.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Saudi Arabia forced their hand.
Yeah, they really forced their hand on that one. Sorry, RIM.
They caved.
You caved in.
Yeah.
I see. I see both sides of the fence.
Right.
I see both sides of the fence.
They couldn't take any more of a stand, really, because there's people that use those devices. What are they going to do? Yeah. They would go to some other device
Right.
They can't have that.
Right. And I know that one of our people were saying, lost expectation in our chat room, saying it's already happening in the U.S. That's true. I think the U.S. actually had reassured Saudi Arabia. We're like, it's fine. Like, we have those encryption codes. Like, it's no big deal.
Right.
But anyway, RIM also, this is kind of a cool thing on the flip side of that. Yeah. One of their co-CEOs, Jim Balsillie.
Yep.
He was appointed to the UN panel for global sustainability. Kind of amazing. You normally don't hear about huge corporate execs getting like placed on UN panels.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's exactly what happened with RIM's co-CEO. He was appointed to the UN's Secretary General's 21-person panel on global sustainability, and he is actually the only private sector chief to be named to the panel. So that's a pretty big honor for him and the rest of RIM. So congratulations, that's really cool.
I bet they won't do anything. They'll just go out to like lavish dinners, and I don't think they'll actually get anything done.
Well,
the UN.
I hope for the best and expect the worst.
That's
hope
good.
for the best and expect
smart.
the worst.
That's
That's all I'm saying.
That's what you're going to get.
I love this story because I'm curious as to what it means.
Yep.
Apple has invested in liquid metal technology.
Big time.
So you were saying, they pioneered basically aluminum unibody.
Yeah, great stuff.
So now they're looking to integrate amorphous metal alloys into their product.
Sounds really cool.
Future devices. Yeah, like Terminators. Glenn 75 said Terminators. I'm like, yeah, basically that's Steve Jobs is going to have an army of iPhone Terminators that will kill you. And hunt down John
sharp
Connor.
little blades will come out of the phone.
Exactly, they'll turn into
right
sharp
through
blades. So basically they can be made lighter, stronger, specifically suited their particular application, these liquid metals. And Apple has basically entered into an exclusive agreement with a company called Liquid Metal Technologies.
Yes.
So kind of amazing, and I have to say, kudos, Apple. Like that's really that's looking ahead.
Well, I love how they try to stay ahead on these kind of things and make the hardware a little bit innovative, and it separates them, and it still does from other people. And this liquid metal tech, it's going to be cool. There's some stuff now. There's I think there's an Omega phone, or not a phone, Omega watch. Yeah. Which is made out of this stuff that you can check out. It's out there right now. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll see it in the future iPhones and MacBooks probably.
I'm sure the technology will be integrated within a couple years. Couple years. Maybe not next year. Seems a little soon.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, definitely one of those things that I think could possibly change the way that devices are created.
Yeah, I mean the unibody allowed them to make them stronger and lighter. This is just take it a step further.
Very true.
Yeah.
So the jailbreak dance continues with iOS.
Yeah.
A lot of people jailbreak their iPhones, and I got to admit, I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, I finally took the plunge and I jailbroke my old 3GS.
Was it hard?
No, it wasn't hard at all because,
really
I mean, a couple weeks ago that jailbreakme.com came out, which a lot of people saw and went to, which you could just basically go to this site, just do one move or a swipe, and jailbreak your phone, and you could then access CDN and all this other stuff. So that was like 2 weeks ago, and then Apple found out about this, obviously.
And plugged that hole.
And they plugged that hole really fast.
Very quickly.
It was a PDF exploit. And they've plugged it with 402.
Yeah.
And also for iPad 322 and for iPod Touch.
Right.
So you can't do this jailbreak anymore.
Yeah. But actually, apparently if you did get your phone jailbroken, you can now have Flash on your phone.
Yeah.
On your iDevice.
Yep. That's correct. I happened to do this. It's called Frash. This version of Flash that runs on a jailbroken iPhone.
That seems racist.
I don't know
if I approve of that name.
I think probably doesn't go over well in Japan.
Probably not.
But
continue.
So it's called Frash, and it's in 3 steps. You can just go. It's on Gizmodo. There's a way that you can download it and install Flash on your iPhone, and we'll take a look at a demo of it here if I can figure out how to
use your iPhone.
My window.
Your old phone.
I went to homestarrunner.com, which is where everybody
goes. Which is one of our favorite
goes.
websites to visit.
So you see now there's a Flash hole there, and it says Flash, and if I touch this, it should load, hopefully like magic. Look at that, Flash.
Wow, Flash on an iPhone.
Flash
it's like
activity
magic.
Is happening as we speak. So it was kind of cool. I mean, the thing was, though, actually, to be honest with you, after I'd installed this, I had to think about sites that I wanted to go to that had Flash stuff, because I'd gotten used to full Flash sites. And, so this works, as you can see. That's great, so we don't need to see that anymore. So that worked, but then I went to some other sites to see, maybe I can play video or see some interactive stuff, and most of that stuff just doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
A little error message comes up.
Like ads, mostly?
Unfortunately, ads seem to work.
Oh.
If you go to the banners, would always pop up.
Never good.
But then, like the video, that would never work.
Yeah, that's never good.
So hit or miss, but there it is. If you want to play around with it, it's kind of fun, kind of freaky.
So I guess you were telling me that FaceTime, interesting thing. FaceTime, for those who do not use the iPhone 4.0 interface, and it's only for front facing.
Only for iPhone 4, yeah.
Okay. So FaceTime is Wi-Fi only. You can only use a Wi-Fi. You can't use it on 3G. And it's from one iPhone 4 to another iPhone 4. Well, apparently in this new iOS 4.1 Beta 3, now you're able to use email to connect to FaceTime.
That's correct.
Very interesting, considering that we've seen a lot of leaks from cases and things like that are front-facing iPod Touches.
Well,
like,
yeah,
sort
we've
of
seen
things
like the front panel with a hole where the camera might be.
So those rumors last month about an email-based version of FaceTime were probably true. Well, I mean, they're definitely true, but it looks like the rumors about the front-facing.
This is really the first real confirmation
that
there's the iPod. People call it the iTouch. I mean, I don't. Are you just shortening it?
Yeah, because I'm lazy.
I don't like that because I see people do. I just think they're making a mistake. That's the iPod Touch.
Okay, fine. The iPod Touch.
There's no device called the iTouch.
You're not going to let me get away with anything.
Not that.
All right. No news for an iPad front-facing camera yet.
No,
too soon.
Yeah, too soon. It's too soon. But,
far too soon to, I think, update.
Well,
it.
iPad revision probably coming in January.
That's interesting that they wouldn't release it before Christmas.
Well, the cycle is. I mean, they showed the first one in January, and they tend to skip to a yearly cycle. So I'm sure. But I don't know about a front-facing camera on iPad. That still doesn't seem necessary to me.
Well, I don't see. I disagree with that. We've had that conversation.
I disagree with myself because I think a front-facing one makes sense. The one on the back doesn't make sense. Because you're not going to take it around to take pictures.
Sense at all.
You might do want to chat.
Front-facing, good.
That makes sense.
So last thing with Apple.
Yeah, for now.
For now. Is
they broke this news last Sunday. I just think they were trying to bury
this was like, they broke it last Sunday.
On the weekend.
So on the weekend, just after our show was. I mean, basically they tried to really bury this. They got rid of Mark Papermaster, which is Apple's senior vice president of devices hardware engineering, basically the guy who was in charge of the antenna.
Yeah, people say that, but he was in charge of the hardware.
Okay, so he was in charge of some things that could be connected to AntennaGate.
Yes.
Okay. Apple let him go.
Or he left.
One
of the two.
It's all up in the air.
It sounds like they let him go.
He done goofed. I love that.
I mean, yeah, the initial story that came out was, he's taking the fall for AntennaGate. This is what's happening. But then the Wall Street Journal came out and said, this has been in the making for a while. It's been in the making. They had cultural differences. Couldn't get used to the way Apple does things internally.
Did not like wearing a turtleneck to work.
Did not like the black turtleneck and jeans costume he had to wear.
That's the company uniform.
At that point, Steve Jobs lost confidence in him, and
punched him in the face and said, "Papermaster, get out."
I think maybe that's how the Chinese will interpret it later.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope the Taiwanese news agency makes a little story about that.
They should. This is a big one because they'll probably tie it to AntennaGate. But
fantastic.
So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a big deal because he was in the news like 2 years ago when he first came to Apple, because they had to extricate him from IBM.
Yeah, there was like a big lawsuit.
He was the head of the
legal. There were some legal rumblings.
Yeah, non-compete stuff because he had been privy to really sensitive stuff inside IBM.
Yeah,
because he was part of the really interesting what's his title called? The Integration and Values Team. Which they're privy to a lot of secret stuff.
All right. I'm going to cut you off there because I know you can talk about this for days and days.
Okay, yeah, that story's ended. But anyway, he left.
That story is over. He's gone anyway.
He's gone.
There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing you guys can do about it. He's done.
He should be okay, though.
Let's talk about Windows Phone 7. The leaks are coming faster and faster. Yeah. And this device has shown up. It's this aluminum unibody phone. It's sort of like the HTC Legend for Android, claiming to be a device scheduled as a Windows Phone 7 launch device. Some people are calling it the Schubert. Another portion of people have seen there's a picture of it with Mozart on the back, so it could be the Mozart. Let's take a look at the video and check it out. Also made by HTC. We'll see. I think the back's really interesting. I like it.
I personally don't like it. I think it looks overwrought, looks overdesigned, looks cheesy to me.
Really?
I'm surprised by it.
Well, what do you guys think? I mean, you can tweet us. You can send us messages on. You can put comments up on the website. Yeah, see, I think I'm in the same boat. I can't decide whether back looks cool or ugly. I think right now it looks cool.
I said it was cheesy.
For right now, I think I like it.
That's no good.
We'll see. This story has to be wrong.
That's funny.
OkCupid is saying that iPhone users are getting laid more than Android users.
Twice as much, I think.
Almost twice as much, and BlackBerry users. So it's kind of funny to see this. Apparently, I'm not getting laid, according to OkCupid's website, or half as much as you are. They combed through 500,000 of their user profiles, pictures, checked out the EXIF data, and cross-referenced it to user activity on the site.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Like, they were saying that the iPhone users are getting laid almost twice as much as Android users, in addition to SLR camera users, obviously getting more attractive ratings because they take better pictures.
And they probably have some money.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah, no, Willie V. Wade has it right. He's like, no, iPhone users just have more partners, which is true. They said that on average, like per age, iPhone users have more partners.
What does that mean?
So maybe they're not getting laid more, they just have more partners.
Partners?
Do you need me to explain it to you? Well, we should trade phones then.
You mean they're
Because he
sleeping
says
with more
iPhone
people?
users are sluts.
Oh. Right. But I assume all those BlackBerry users are just sleeping with prostitutes on like business junkets and stuff.
Yes, that's also true. Yeah, BlackBerry users only business, like they're out business trips, prostitutes, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I just thought it was just a really weird
It's
story.
really weird. I mean, just using photos.
Please feel free to go to OkCupid's blog. You can go to blog.okcupid.com and it'll be right there. And I believe the article title is "Don't Be Ugly by Accident,"
yes,
which I found that very. Kind of funny and almost depressing.
Yes.
It's just like a dating site like yelling at you. Palm in general,
Poor Palm.
losing a lot of executives. Everyone except John, basically.
All the senior VPs.
Yeah, all the senior VPs. The guy who designed the Palm Pre, which it's a very good looking phone.
Yeah.
It looks like a smooth river stone. I really
pebble,
liked it.
Yeah.
Peter Skillman, he's gone.
Yep.
Vice President of Design at Palm. So sucks. I feel bad. This is senior VPs who've all left Palm since the merger. Michael Abbott, Mike Bell, Lynn Fox, Matthias Duarte, who's working for Android now on the UI. Rich Dellinger, Caitlin Spahn. Who's left?
John. That's it.
That's it. I'm real curious.
I'm concerned because it seems like all the people that made the WebOS great
are gone now.
Gone. So what does that mean?
Scary.
Hopefully there's got some of that.
Well, they were saying that there's like a 2.0 device out there now.
Yep. What's it called? The Roadrunner?
Yeah, Roadrunner. Codename Roadrunner.
Which for this year.
Yeah, we'll see. So let's talk about the Droid 2. It launched this week. Now we're starting to cover less launches as like more news comes up. And there's this R2-D2 Droid 2 spied in the wild, and I'm not really sure about this thing. I think it's hideous.
Special edition R2. It's a real disappointment to everyone.
I think it's really ugly.
That has seen it. It just looks kind of, like I said, it looks like a cheap skin. It looks like you could just buy like a R2-D2 sticker.
Yeah, like you could go to decalgirl.com and like buy something.
And stick that thing on there.
Anyway, yeah, if you want an R2-D2 Droid 2, you can go and get one on September 30th. Otherwise, you can get an actual, just regular Droid 2 right now. The R2-D2 Droid 2 does have like Star Wars like sounds and notifications and everything built in. They have these really cool wallpapers, things like that.
Sure.
But so it's like for the diehard Star Wars fan.
I mean, I'm sure if I see one out in public, I'll go, oh, look, there's...
Wow, R2-D2, like those R2-D2 mailboxes they had a while ago.
Well, those are much cooler.
Those were pretty rad.
I mean, this is just, it looks...
But yeah, basically, like...
I mean, I don't know if
on the OkCupid blog, if you have an R2-D2 Droid, Android phone, like, you are really not getting laid. Like, that's like negative. Like, that's negative numbers. Maybe 2 lifetimes worth of not getting any. Anyway, let's get away from that. Okay. Microsoft is opening a mobile game studio.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. We're going to hit on these really fast.
Okay.
Microsoft is getting a game development studio or game studio ready to go for launch.
Yep.
They want it for launch, which is pretty awesome.
Which is pretty soon.
8 titles to Windows Phone 7.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that.
MGS Mobile.
Yeah, MGS Mobile, indie games, all sorts of stuff.
They're going to help out indie developers publish those, I think.
Which I think is great.
That's great. And
Android, Google, if you're listening, get on a freaking game. We need better games. Like, I mean, when I am addicted to a game like Bistro Cook on Android, I'm so embarrassed for saying that out loud.
Bistro Cook, because on iPhone I've got like a real
it's the most
full-fledged games, and you've got to play Bistro.
But there's some good games. It's like there's a few good ones.
I guess.
Anyway, I just think that's really neat. I think that's really good.
Well, they have to. It's one of their. It's going to be one of the main selling points of the Windows Phone 7. I think would be the games.
One of the other phones that's coming out with like a pretty big media push, just like as a media device, is the Epic 4G.
Yeah, people seem to be really talking about it.
Yeah, announced this week. $249 on contract.
Surprising.
Yikes.
Expensive.
Too expensive.
Extra
Sorry,
50.
Sprint.
What's the extra $50 for the keyboard?
I don't know.
I mean, really, that's like a surprise. You're gonna
It's just crazy.
Hmm.
I'm going to skip the video for this Evo Epic comparison. If you want to see what it's like, you can go to Sprint, and there's a little video there. But we don't have time for it. And really all it is there's more media stuff on it.
They put more junk on it, I think.
Yeah, it seems like more bloatware.
Yeah.
Which is just
Which I am
odd.
completely 100% against and want to quash it whenever I run the world.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But yeah, I don't know. So rumor mongers, just really briefly, I want to touch on this.
Skipping the stuff that's on sale?
Yeah, we are. We're skipping.
Except
we're
now
way
people
behind.
are going to be upset because I.
No, we're too far behind.
Go
we
ahead.
got to keep moving. I'm not going to let you talk about your sales.
Sounds real dumb. Yeah, I agree. Go.
I want to talk about this PSP phone. I'm not going to talk about Verizon iPhone rumors. I don't like talking about it.
Are you kidding?
They're every week. Every week there's another iPhone on Verizon rumor.
But these.
I don't care.
This time there's.
Okay, they ordered a whole bunch of CDMA chips.
They ordered a huge.
There's what?
There's a good chance they're going to do a CDMA iPhone in January.
A CDMA on Verizon?
On Verizon. Right.
Not on Sprint? Not on another CDMA carrier?
No, what would be the point?
Well, I don't understand what you're saying. They're all better networks than AT&T.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, but it would be
and
Verizon.
Sprint has more to gain than Verizon does.
But they're in third place. I don't think Apple is interested in. If they go anywhere, it's going to be Verizon. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark my words on this one.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so let's talk about the PSP phone.
I want to talk about this PSP phone.
This is interesting.
Gadget revealed these like really cool details on a game-centric Sony Ericsson handset.
Yeah.
Really amazing. Slide-out controls, so not a keyboard.
Physical control, like or maybe
an
analog pad and
a little
buttons.
analog pad and some buttons.
Yeah.
Really amazing. And sort of looks like a PSP Go crossed with like a Captivate.
Well, that was their mock-up. But that's they said that's what the people have seen.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Really amazing. So mystery device would feature Gingerbread 3.0, a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, 800 by 480 display. Yeah.
To be expected, but I mean,
good.
You start messing
and probably
around.
a 5 megapixel camera.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting. Partitioned area in the marketplace to highlight games designed for the device's controls and high-end
This phone,
specs.
it's a collaboration between Sony Ericsson and Google. It's not just like they're going to take Google. They're trying to make something special, and there's going to be a special kind of games market for games that have physical controls.
Yeah. I think this is really cool. I know you had mentioned like it might fragment the already shaky sort of Android games environment.
It's not quite off the ground, and now you're going to have this device that needs special coding or needs special settings at least just to have controls.
Yeah. Digisquirrel's saying $300 MSRP including discount. I'd wager. I disagree. I think it'll be $250
at the most.
At the most.
At the most. I mean, I think because we're surprised that the Epic was for $249.
All right. Guess what? It's time for Epic Win, Epic Fail. You're wrong. Sir, you're wrong. All right. Epic win this year. Some enterprising individual and clearly a Star Wars fan, since we're talking about the droid, R2-D2 droid too.
Star Wars.
This is really cool. He decided to get crazy with Adobe Air, which I really think this shows off the potential of Adobe Air, and make this completely amazing prototype clock that emulates the Death Star trench run like Luke had in A New Hope. So let's run this. Yeah, Luke Scott. Yes, that Luke.
It gets to 350. And alternatively, you can also, if you want a clearer view, you can tap and it'll move to a larger view, which would be ideal for desk mounting.
All right, so that's really neat. Unfortunately, not quite available yet in the market. He's still working on it. He has a GPS one as well, but like it seems weird when you make a right or left turn, it does nothing.
The only thing it tells you is when you arrive. Like as you're getting closer to your
as you're getting closer, it
like you need
zeroes
to shoot
in, which
the
is
Death
cool.
Star thing. So.
Yeah, kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our epic fail. Ladies and gentlemen, I
boy.
just want to let you know, this is literally the creepiest thing I have ever seen in my life.
If
Like
you
we
have
were
kids,
talking
you might
about,
wanna
if you
get
have
the kids
children, you might want to put them out of the room because it's really disturbing. This is sort of like a mature audience's epic fail.
Kind of.
So
But
the
not in that good
Japanese,
way.
I love the Japanese people. They
Let's
have
just-
amazing technology. They have a 150-foot high Gundam
Mm-hmm.
in Japan that you can go see. This app is called, go ahead.
Ishoni training.
Okay, Ishoni training. Let's train together. Encourages you to kiss various parts of this like anime character's body in a bid to force you to work out. The video pretty much speaks for itself. It is so creepy. Go ahead. It's just so weird. Like, what? Like, I just, yeah, I just don't understand. Yes, and also, I have to say, yeah, Willie V. Wade was saying, we wrote this before we saw the Nazi theme in the Google market.
Oh.
Which got yanked.
Yeah,
So,
thankfully.
but yeah, that would have been our epic fail of like the decade. Some idiot put a Nazi theme up in the marketplace and allowed it to be searched by putting in the word Jewish. Obviously, this upset some people.
Oh,
Obviously.
That's strange.
And so Google immediately pulled it, and yeah, so that is definitely our epic fail of the week.
That got ixnayed.
But yeah, just that other one would maybe qualify as like the WTF of the week, I think maybe.
I don't want
It's time for Show Us Your Tips. I'm ready. Are you?
I'm set.
All right.
I'm excited.
So we get requests from viewers from time to time to do a quick segment now and again for people just getting into the smartphone world to make their lives a little bit easier as they transition from an older phone to something like Android or iPhone. So this week, Android tip: changing your keyboard. Sometimes you download like their Swift key. We're gonna have swipe. We already have swipe. We've got that blind type coming. We've got all kinds of things, and then you have the default keyboard. So let's say you've downloaded swipe or another keyboard that you like in the marketplace. What you can do to change it is you will go to your phone, and you can hit actually any search button, anything like that. You can actually you long press any text input, and you put edit text. See how it says input method? You can click on that, and it will give you your options. I have swipe right now. You can see the blue keyboard there with the little swipe S in the bottom corner. But if I want the regular keyboard, I can hit touch input, and then when I touch that again, it will go ahead and bring up the normal Android stock Sense UI keyboard. Kind of cool.
That's cool.
Just a real basic tip. So if you want to change it, then you can do that. And I mean, I really love swipe, so I don't really use the stock keyboard anymore. But
Right.
it's a really interesting and brief tip for those of you who are trying to figure out, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I've heard about this swipe. I heard it's amazing. My friend installed it, and I don't know what to do.
That's a likely
What's your tip?
Oh, my tip is about Camera Plus.
Okay.
This is a terrific camera app, and unfortunately, you're going to need version 1.2.1.
But this is an app.
It is.
Okay, go ahead.
But Apple has
Make it quick.
Okay, Apple recently pulled this app, and I'm going to show you why. This is a really cool camera app, and what they've hidden in here is a really cool little way for you to take pictures using the volume buttons
Oh,
on the phone.
very
All
interesting.
right, so that's like a shutter release. So you see that volume up? This takes a
Yep,
picture.
yep.
Also volume down. Takes a picture like this. It's so much
Interesting.
easier than having to touch the screen.
Yeah, very interesting.
Apple rejected the app initially because they had that in there, because you're not supposed to repurpose the volume buttons.
Okay, right.
And so Apple, as soon as this came out early this week,
'Kay.
Apple pulled the app now.
Said nope,
Nope. So,
Sorry.
So if you try to search for Camera App Plus now,
it's not there.
that's not going to work, because you had to go to, once you had the app, you had to put in an address in Safari.
Oh.
That would activate the camera buttons. That's why Apple didn't like that. Because they told them to take it out, they hid it as an Easter egg.
I was gonna say, yeah, sort of like that app for the flashlight
Tethering
that
app.
was tethering,
Yeah.
right?
So
Well,
they've pulled it. I mean, they might have
way
a
to
relook
go.
at it.
Tip that's not gonna work for anybody who just got an iPhone today.
Yeah,
You're
but if you
such a
have
jerk.
Camera Plus in 1.2.1, you can do this tip.
I see.
Which
I
is
see.
awesome.
All right, it's app time.
Yay.
Nap time!
That felt really awesome.
That was intense.
I wanted to go punch somebody.
Nap
I
time.
felt macho when I
Not me.
watched that.
Don't punch me.
That was awesome. So, app time for me this week is I'm going to talk a little bit about this ad-supported app called Mood Agent. Well, the free versions are ad-supported. Let me go.
You can buy it for $5.
Yeah, you can buy it for $5. Just on iPhone though. Can't buy it. You can't buy the Pro. There's no Pro version on the
Are you sure?
Android market. Yes.
Okay.
So I want to show you guys how Mood Agent works. And basically, sometimes apps don't exactly have to serve some like super high functioning thing. Like I said earlier, I'm addicted to this game called Bistro Cook, and it's just it's the most ridiculous game. Like, it's so mindless and silly. And I have a word search app, a word search game. Anyway, sometimes when you're listening to music, you have sort of a mood that you want to evoke, and really, like, your music player, unless you want to like sit and make a playlist with all the music you have, like, really you can't do that. Well, Mood Agent actually changes that. You can do that. So it was released about a month ago for Android. It's been in the iPhone market for a little while longer than that. So I'm going to show you guys some Mood Agent. So here's my phone here, and this is Mood Agent. So we're going to click that, and it will go through your stuff, and you can see your songs, and it will see that there's sensual, tender, happy, angry, and tempo. So like if I wanted to not have sensual music at all, I could do that. And then if I wanted to up the tempo and have more angry music, I could do that, which is really awesome. And so like if I want like more, let's say no angry, slower, tender and happy music. So I have like some Beatles, Midnight Creeper, She Had the World, The Only One by the Black Keys. Kind of cool.
That's interesting.
Like, I really love the app, and it'll just change, you know, as you go, like based on your mood, whatever. I really love it. I think it's such a great, simple, and yet easy, like interesting app.
Like
and so
genius
if
for your
you're,
moods.
it's genius on the go basically for your own music
And for your mood.
and for your mood,
Yes.
which is fantastic. That's the one thing I always wanted for like if I ever actually used iTunes.
Sorry.
I used it once.
How was
But
that? Was that
it
really
was,
bad?
I was fine, I guess. But like the one thing about Genius, while it's a really cool idea, is that sometimes I just want music based on my mood. Like maybe I just want only fast songs or
Right.
only slow songs, and you know, things like that. So I don't know. I just I really love it.
And you found that it gives you the music that you want?
Yeah, I think so. And if it doesn't, you can do this. So like, let's say I am on here and I don't want to listen to Mr. Bungle so much. Oh, sorry.
Me
There's
too.
a auto.
I often don't listen to Mr.
Oh, wait.
Bungle.
My auto thing. There we go. Let's say I don't want to listen to Mr. Bungle. So I can long press it and it will give me some options here. I can remove the track from the playlist, exclude the track from the playlist, or exclude the artist from the playlist. So I can blacklist the entire artist catalog if I want to from the lower, you know, this setting.
Right.
So yeah, I can like say exclude track from playlist. So it'll say not appear in your generated playlist. Okay, that's fine. So and then it'll go ahead and remove it, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love it. And so so yeah, Mood Agent, thank you. And you can get it again. You can get an ad-supported version either for iPhone or for Android for free in the App Store and the Android market. So really cool, and I think really amazing. Like I like little like fun apps like that. They're sort of like a little gem. It's a little uncovered gem.
How's that?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think so.
Yeah, I think people will like that.
Yeah. So what do you got?
Oh, I have this week, kind of continuing on from the photography theme we did last week. I have Diptic.
Oh,
Diptic for iPhone.
I wish we had that on Android.
Yeah, because I know you tried to find something like this. Maybe we could go to my phone here. It's launch Diptic. This is a really neat thing. It's a way that you can make sort of little, well, it used to be called triptychs, like putting photos together into one scene. And you can see here there are all these different layouts that you can choose. So we'll choose one that has like 3.
I like that one.
And then you get the blank fields, and then you just tap it.
I
and
hope
then,
you don't have any unseemly photos.
I don't think so. I don't think so. So then you just go from your camera roll, and I just pick some random pictures here. This is from the
show.
The show we went to last, See Your Fiancé Play. It was great.
Okay.
And then,
The Marina Del Rey Food and Wine Festival,
yes. So there's another.
starring the Gin Blossoms.
Yeah, which I'm afraid we left before they came on.
And that's unfortunate.
So let's just
No.
choose one more really quickly just to fill it out.
Somebody said they saw a picture of you naked in there. Never mind, they were just kidding.
Okay, haha. So then there you go. So then you can make this, and
Pick a better picture. Oh, you can move them
you
around.
can move them around, you see,
Oh,
and then
okay,
also you
very
can
nice.
zoom in on them
Oh, okay,
individually,
gotcha.
and also you can individually edit them. See? You individually edit
Very
the
nice. You
colors.
can change the color. So let's look a little bit at what you can do with that building right there. So go ahead and change a couple of them.
Yeah, this is a probably bad example, but you can see the contrast, the brightness.
Oh, very nice. And then you can change like the hue.
And you can change the hue and give it a nice pinkish or red hue or whatever you like. So this is really bad. But,
so let's say you're done.
Let's say I'm done, and then you can export it to email or export it to your photo library. And then up here you have 2 photos or 2 email. And then it exports a high-res version. You can share with your friends. And
So there's someone in our chat room, Willie Wade, is saying, so what the frig does the name mean?
Oh, well, it's a play on triptych, which is like the way they used to present images in art. They have 3 panels. It's called a triptych. And I don't know what diptych comes from, but...
Maybe it's 2. Try.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought, but there are many, many layouts here. It's not just like 2 pictures.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, but it's related to triptych.
Very interesting.
So it's like another thing you can do. You can edit your photos on the phone still. You don't have to move them off to the computer and do fun stuff.
Oh, there you go. Digital triptych. Wow. Thank you, Digisquirrel. You are so much smarter than the 2 of us.
Indeed.
I feel like I should give a prize out for that.
That's the kind of insight we're supposed to give them.
I think so. I think you're right. I think we're supposed to be
Like,
that
I don't
kind
know
of
what
smart.
it means. That's great.
It could, I think, doesn't it mean Saint Diego?
I think so.
So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much, I'm like the Ron Burgundy of the show. It's very sad. All right.
So that's Diptych. It's $1.99.
I really love that.
It's from Peak Systems. So you do a search for Diptych on iTunes, you'll get it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that we got insight from a squirrel.
Yep.
Squirrel. Still a squirrel. All right, so we have that. We've had our really cool app time.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited because it's time for Mike's Game of the Week.
Sorry.
Too cool. I love that. That was awesome.
So yeah, this week.
What do you have?
Well, okay, listen, it's Friday the 13th.
It is.
My lucky day. I was born on a Friday the 13th, so I thought I'd pick a cool, kind of creepy game. Not creepy, but so I picked Castlevania Puzzle Encore of the Night.
Ah, very nice.
And this is really cool.
I'm a big Castlevania fan.
I mean, this
Symphony of the Night, one of the best video games ever made.
And this is cool because this is like based on Symphony of the Night.
That's awesome.
But instead of trying to play a platforming action game,
which
is
would be
just
awkward,
so impossible and hard, this is a falling block puzzle game. Kind of like columns or mostly like columns. Well, not like Tetris because you're not really fitting shapes, you're matching colors.
Want to lift it up a little bit so they can see?
No.
Okay.
So here we go. This is, so you move around on a map, which is like kind of familiar for most Castlevania users, players.
You found Alucard's sword.
And, sorry. And then you battle with people in falling block puzzle battle like this.
Wow.
See? And then, obviously you match 3 to get them to clear.
And you're fighting that
this is
dude.
It's like a zombie.
Is it? Okay,
creature.
So it's a NPC.
So
it's not another person.
No, there is no multiplayer, unfortunately, in this game. But it's really fun. I mean, I love games like this.
But there might be at some point.
There could be when Game Center comes out.
I
wouldn't be surprised if there's a multiplayer update to this. So you see, touch the screen. You have plenty of real estate to touch. That's why it's easy and fun to play. And bring the blocks down.
So it's almost like just the general concept of this is like a cross almost between like a Bejeweled and Tetris.
Kind of.
Sort of. It's like you got to match 3 colors.
Again, we're liking it more to columns because you're matching the colors.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It uses health meters, so instead of traditional, like getting to the top of the screen.
So when you get 3, then its health meter goes down.
And then you get combos, and it's really fun. So
that is a fun game.
That's my game of the week.
I really like that. That's cool. And like I said, just so everyone knows, as soon as Android starts having some amazing games, because I don't really think anybody wants to see Bistro cook. Well, maybe I'll buy something for next week. Maybe I'll pick something up.
Maybe
Maybe I'll pick something up.
A real game.
Yeah. A real like a real boy.
A game with 3D graphics or something like this, maybe? Somebody
was asking in the chat room, how amazing was Rage for the iPhone?
Oh, the Rage demo.
Looked awesome.
It looked ridiculous. I mean, it was almost...
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna concede that point to you.
It was an amazing demo.
Very impressive.
I mean, the mega texture or whatever.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The frame rate, that was the thing. It was running at 60 frames.
60.
Looked ridiculous.
Amazing.
I mean, still, it's like...
Mine's capped at 30.
I don't know why.
You can uncap it if you root it.
But why would you have to root it to make it function properly? I mean, see, the 60... Again, though, how do you control it? How do you control...
Yeah, I don't know.
Rage.
Although I will say, on the when I had a pre,
yes,
I played Earthworm Jim, and I had a little analog, like a touch analog controller, and it worked really well.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I think that's untenable.
I thought it worked fine. And then
your thumb is like covering such a huge part of the screen.
It was right here, and then that was the like analog controller, and then on the side when you slid it out, you could use the space bar to like jump.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And it was cool.
Okay,
I really liked it that way.
So you didn't have two thumbs on the screen.
No, it was just one.
Even so, touching a glass thing as opposed to having a little stick there is just no comparison.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't get
true.
any precision.
That is very true. No precision, and that's important in platformers and action adventure games,
first-person shooters.
FPS.
You need to be able to aim.
Pretty
and
much.
move.
I mean, like you got to have some kind of precision.
So there has to be some compromise in the controls. Accelerometer based, maybe that's
something
mix of accelerometer
well, there's
and
that
touching.
kid. Oh my gosh, I don't know if anybody saw this, and this is sort of just slightly off topic, but I have to talk about this. This kid or this guy, I don't know how old they are. Just read the story. Made a GameCube. It was a GameCube controller for a one-handed controller for his brother.
Yeah, who was disabled.
Who couldn't use two hands to like control stuff.
Yeah.
Really, and you put like an accelerometer in there so that he could move like with the controller. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing. I'm sad.
Why? Is that the end?
It's that time. I agree, Digit Squirrel. More games need to utilize the accelerometer to its fullest potential. I do agree.
Are you talking about on iPhone or on Android?
Just in general.
Yeah, but there's that cool shooting game on an iPhone which uses not only the accelerometer
Maybe we'll talk
but
about it next week.
the gyro, the eliminate gun range. Which
Maybe you can use that next week.
That's too old.
Oh, the gun range one?
The gun range one, because
Well,
it uses.
don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if it's old.
It does matter it's old. It's not.
No, I don't.
It's too
I
old.
disagree.
Gun
I
range
disagree with
uses
you.
the gyroscope.
And I'm the host, so you're gonna do that
I
next
might
week.
do gun. No, because they did it on Gadget.
Oh.
Like months ago.
Oh.
When it first came out.
Well, then you just look lame.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Can't very well do that.
Well, that's all the time we have for the show today. But before we go,
Yeah.
I want to talk about this really cool service. So you have that iPhone 3G over that.
And not only do I have
this
this iPhone 3G, I have an iPhone 2G, the first one,
Okay, so
in my closet.
these are some friends of the show, and if you've got some old phones laying about, like Mike does, or if you have some other electronics laying about, DVDs, gaming consoles,
DVDs, I take. Oh, DVD
cameras.
players, you mean?
No, they have DVDs, movies in there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So this is a really good way to get rid of them and actually get a little cash for them.
We're talking about Gazelle.com.
Gazelle.com, one of the easiest ways to recycle your old gadgets and get some cash in the process.
Yeah, I could have used this when I
So
moved.
this is the website for Gazelle. It's really amazing. So like, let's take Mike. So what's the capacity on
This
that?
is a 16 gigabyte 3GS.
Okay, 16 gigabyte 3GS. So if I type in iPhone on my screen right here, you can see it's got 3G. Here's the 3GS, 16 gigabyte. Is that right?
Yeah, it's black.
All right, so we'll click on that, and it'll say search. Does it make a call successfully? Well, it's on AT&T, but can you call on it?
Yes, it does. That
Okay.
joke will never get old.
Free of water damage.
Yeah, I've never dropped it in the toilet.
And could you rate the overall condition, please? Poor, fair, good, or perfect?
It's good.
Good,
It's a bit
okay.
scratched.
Used normally, has a few scuffs, nearly perfect display.
Yes.
Do you have the AC adapter and original cables?
I sure do.
All right, so let's put that in there and let's see how much they'll pay
I
you.
predict $64.
$122. That's almost double what you would have got.
It's gone up.
Yeah.
I swear I checked this in fact, I checked this 3 days ago.
It was the 3G.
I mean, no, of course I picked 3GS and I said it was in perfect condition. I think it's gone up. But anyway.
Well, anyway,
good.
it's
How
a
much?
really good service.
160.
$122.
So instead of like giving it away, you can't throw these things away, heaven forbid.
No, because it's bad for the earth.
Not only
You
is it
don't
bad
want
for
to
the
throw
earth.
things like this away. I mean, first of all, if you're not going to give it to your, lays-about, ne'er-do-well friend who
they don't want it, which
smokes a lot of pot and sleeps on a couch and eats Cheetos all day and wants your free phone because you've just upgraded because you have a job.
They don't want it.
If they don't want it
Don't throw it out.
because they're phone snobs, don't throw it out. Go in to Gazelle.com and do yourself a favor, make a couple extra bucks. That's all I'm saying. That's all Mike and I are saying.
Right. It just might help the environment too.
Yeah. And they'll keep your old
If
electronics
they
out
don't
of
sell it
landfills.
on, if they don't sell it on, they'll recycle it.
That's right. Which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So Gazelle.com, Mike, it's the place to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean out my closets.
Clean our closets. Yeah. Willy Way, they'll recycle them if they don't sell them.
Yes,
So-
that's what I like.
But really neat. So that's it for this week. You can check out previous This Week in Mobile episodes on our website, www.thisweekend.com/mobile. This is our 10th episode. Can you believe it?
Yeah, we made it to double digits.
We made it to double digits.
That's exciting.
Now we have to go for 100.
Then on the 100 or maybe at 50 we'll celebrate. Maybe the 50?
50. Let's go 52 because that's a year.
Okay, 52 weeks. Oh.
That's a whole year of shows.
Great, yeah.
So you can check us out online.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to follow either of your favorite mobile hosts on Twitter, you can do so. I'm at Android Ashley,
I'm at Valis23.
Valis23.
Yeah.
I like it. And the show, go follow the show. Because we have an amazing person who handles our show account.
Yeah, that's true.
She's like the greatest person ever in the history of the world.
Top notch.
And you can, top notch, I like that. And you can find the show at TWI_mobile. Don't forget the underscore.
Nope.
You can check out our other, we have a bunch of other shows. I'm not even, I was speaking in tongues at this point. I'm so excited about our other shows. At thisweekend.com, we've got entertainment block on Sundays starting at 3 p.m.
What a great way to spend your Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon, lazy Sunday afternoon, especially for that ne'er-do-well friend who sleeps on your couch and
The
smokes
Cheetos
pot
and
and
the drugs.
Cheetos.
Oh, I hate them.
Watch Kevin Pollock's chat show and This Week in Comedy, This Week in Movies. I mean, This Week in Movies was really amazing this last week.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
really cool.
I
I really liked it. We've got This Week in Mad Men now.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you love Mad Men, I mean, who doesn't love Mad Men? Who doesn't love Don Draper?
I haven't seen it yet.
Get Out.
You haven't seen it yet either.
No, you're lying. I've seen like 2 episodes.
Oh,
of
me
the
too,
first
but
season.
I've not seen it.
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to make a
I don't want to
marathon.
watch. I get nervous because spoilers. Like I haven't seen the 4th season of Dexter either.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
I haven't seen. Okay, so let's. Well,
We're gonna start watching.
that's an issue.
And our Geek Block on Thursdays. This Week in Video Games. This Week in Startups. We have earlier on Thursdays. Really cool. We've got This Week in Cloud Computing on Wednesdays. We've got This Week in Music with the totally gorgeous Asha, who's like I just love her so much.
She's nice.
I just want to give her a hug every time I see her and listen to her accent. I could listen to it all day. So, but on behalf of everyone here at This Weekend, at the This Weekend Network,
Yes, that's who we are.
thanks for watching. I'm Ashley Esqueda. This is Mike Hobbs, and that's been This Week in Mobile.
Bye.